Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. In our last episode, we actually got a rover finally on the moon. As it turned out, the rover was okay, except it was missing solar panels, stupidly enough, and the lander wasn't so great either. I mean, as a reusable lander, it went through fuel a little too quickly. I think it could be the weight of the lander that's causing this. I'm not sure. I was going to get another lander and rover up there, but I didn't. Haven't had time to do that yet. So we're gonna switch gears here a little bit. I'm still gonna try and get that done in between episodes. There's also some other things I need to get done in between episodes. Like I want to earn some cash, like this one. Bring 28 tourists to the hotel. You know, I get $1 million for that. But I think today, and then I got this new one, Evacuate Juno. I don't really want to do that. And I can't get rid of it, unfortunately. I don't know why. This one I can decline. This one I can't for some reason. So, what I wanted to do was get rid of this and then get, what was it? Scan suitable location. This is for Minmus, but I can't do that. So we can work towards. We can work a little bit more on Minmus today, which is what we're going to do. We have a couple contracts. Launch the Minmus space station, so it's basically the same as Galileo. I think I'll call it Copernicus or something. It gives us pretty good cash. We get this much in advance and this much completion. So, what? Almost 500? And then I think there's this too. Include mobile processing lab. I think that's added to it. So that's a lot of cash. And then what I thought we could do also is this. Dock on or around Minmus. So we want to dock 2 vessels in around Minmus, rendezvous 2 vessels. It gives us some decent cash too. So what I was thinking in this episode is I will send the Minmus space station up there, and then to finish out this one, I'll bring some extra fuel canisters like I did for Galileo and dock them up there with it. So basically I'm hoping to have like a copy of Galileo around Minmus. We'll see. I'm hoping to do both of these this episode. Of course, a lot of that will be cut out, a lot of the flying, some of the building, so I can keep the episode a little short. So that's what I intend on doing, because why not? So let's go in here and take a look at the vehicles I've launched before. Like, here's Galileo 1 right here. Let's take a look at this. So I could launch the same thing and just have it go towards Minmus instead. We have 7,000 Delta V. That should be plenty. That should be like overkill. So is this ready to go though? Let me take a look. I'm going to take a look at something else. I'll be right back. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I've looked at several of these others, and this is the one I want to use. I just thought maybe I had something else in here for maybe a station, but since I already have this one ready to go, what's in here? I forgot. All right, so we have the batteries. We have these 2 experiments in here, which I really don't need. Well, you know what, though? Since I'm going to Minmus, I mean, I might as well pack this thing with experiments, right? I mean, might as well. We got plenty of battery. We got the reaction wheel. I could put more tiny... Well, I don't know if I could put experiments in here. And do I want... I think this will actually do PPD-10 holds how many people? That is in utility, I think. Capacity of 4. Okay. 4, and then this mobile processing lab. I'm going to need some more scientists. That holds the LG2. Is that under science? I think it is. Here it is. It holds 2. So then I have capacity 4 plus 1 up here. So I'm going to need to send a pilot and 2 scientists. And I've been thinking about rotating some scientists out of Galileo and putting in some more inexperienced guys to level them up there. But that's a different topic. I'm going to modify this a little bit, I think. There's this communicatron. Maybe add like the docking ports, add those lights around it, and add some experiments to this thing, and then also change. I think these are the things that are causing it to boom. When I add the other decouplers, not these but the others, it seems to be work better. I'm gonna try. I don't know. If I do this, I'm gonna have to put these over here on this side, maybe. Shoot, I don't know. Because these are in the way. I might rethink this. I might go with the Merlin instead. I'm not sure, but this is what, 2.5. I think the Merlin is for the 3. I may redesign this. No, it'll fit. Okay. All right. That SpaceX engine is really awesome. All right, I'm gonna make some changes. I'll be right back. Alright, it does not appear to be swaying anymore, so it appears these may have worked, or maybe it was just a glitch. I don't know exactly. What I did, I should disclose. I did instead of going back to the launch. Well, when I went back to the when I reverted to the vehicle assembly building, I made a few more changes too. I took out the little separator motors here because I think that may be causing what's exploding when they separate. I also increased the SRB power to 80%, and I changed this motor in here. It used to be the Poodle up here, which is fine for once I'm like at Minmus, but this one has more thrust, and I'm going to need that little extra help to get into orbit. Since this rocket was a little old, I decided to look and see if I have a better engine than I do. So I think it's time to go. It says here we have 4,373 Delta V total, but I know we have more than that. We have more like 7,000. So let's make sure these look good. Separate engine, and then we got the little thing at the top we're going to separate. Alright, let's do SAS, and I want to get basically as much speed as possible right away, so I'm going to put the thrust right up here, and then I'll probably increase it once we get going. So I need some horizontal speed to get this thing in orbit, but I can't really start my turn too early because the rocket will tip over. It's very top heavy. Let's go ahead and get that thrust going. I'm going to go ahead and try a little bit of a turn here. So I'm hoping by 15,000 I should be over here. Looks like it wants to tip. I gotta be very careful here. Okay, I'm gonna have to start my turn and hope it doesn't tip over. Looks good, actually. Okay. Alright, let's go for it. Let's get that horizontal speed going. Probably slow down here a little bit. Yee. Come on. Alright, we're going to decouple here. Let's go ahead and max thrust. Excellent. Oh, it's still... I don't know what is going on here. I just don't understand that at all. Let's go ahead and fully turn over and get some horizontal speed going. I'm going to burn out this. There we go. Now let's take a look. See what it's going to take to get us into orbit. Actually, let's activate... Let's shut down power, activate this engine. And that'll tell us how much we need here to get into orbit. Oop. Right about there, I'm assuming. We need 951 delta V. Okay. I guess we're going to need a little bit of that other engine to get us to Minmus. 90-second burn. Not the greatest of all launches, but it should be okay. So we'll start this burn at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'll go ahead and start a little early. This engine has a lot more thrust, so it's going to be better than using the Poodle to get into orbit. That is just not a good engine to get into orbit with. So I'm going to get this into orbit, circularize, and then probably match planes with Minmus, and then once that's done, I'll be back. Alright, we have... I kind of messed up the descending... the matching the planes. My engine ran a little long. Oops. I'm like maybe half a degree off, but I think it'll be fine. We have a maneuver planned here, and our Minmus periapsis is going to be 47,000 meters, so I think that'll be fine. It's over here, the node, the burn node, right here, and that's going to be in 15 minutes, 60-second burn. I think I'll just basically cut that out. I'm going to burn, get over here. When I get close to Minmus, that's when I'll come back. So, see you in a bit. It's going to be 913 meters per second to get there. We're going to have to use our other tank. We should have plenty of fuel. So, we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I managed to get it within 64,000 meters. We need to be, I think, below 30? Let's see. I forgot. That's the Explorer one. Here's the Minmus space station. It doesn't... Does it say? Oh, Below 30,000 meters. Okay. So, we're going to come in, and I don't remember. You know what? Does Minmus spin... Like, is it tidally locked? I don't know. I got to find out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so apparently quite a long time ago in Kerbal Space Program, it used to be tidally locked, but not anymore. It hasn't been for for quite a long time. So that's good. So I'm going to try and enter orbit right here. Well, actually, the farther back I go, the better. Like right here, maybe. Can I do it here? We're going to add a maneuver to try and get over the pole. So that'll be fun. Hopefully it won't take too much delta V. Look at this, delta V requirement here. This is nice. I have 1,800 left. So, what's that look like? Not quite. So I'm trying to get into a polar orbit so that I can do a lot of science. Just like on the moon. So I can, whenever it rotates, I can get all the biomes. What's the, that's 41. I need to decrease that. Let's see. No. There we go. 22. You know, I'm going to be landing on Minmus, so eventually. So I should probably get this down to his 12? How about 10? I don't think anything is higher than 10,000 on Minmus, so let's get it down to 10. And we may even decrease it more once we get there. That looks good. Does that look like polar? Close. Okay, come on. That looks quite polar to me. It may be a tiny bit off, but it's close enough. Maybe right there? I think that's close enough. Okay. And we're at 10,000. That's good. And it's going to take 85 meters per second to do this maneuver. So we should have plenty of fuel when we... I mean, we used a little bit of it, but we'll have some left over. How much we got left? We have... This is going to be like... Okay. So we'll have some. We need to refuel it. I plan on, after this video, I want to start making... is that... That's... Yeah, that's Kerbin. Can we see Minmus around here? Where would Minmus be? Oh, we're not close yet. We're here. It's got to catch up. So let's fast forward a bit till we get to this point right here. Then we'll be coming around this way. A little faster, please. So it's going to be yanking us back this way. And then if we don't do anything, we'll probably wind up back in an orbit of Kerbin. Come on. There we go. Yeah, if we don't do anything, we'll be in this weird orbit here of Kerbin. Alright, we have... Does this still look polar? I think it does. If I line these two up here, there we go. That looks pretty polar to me. Yep. Alright, so this maneuver is what? In 1 hour. I'll be back. I'm probably gonna... I don't want to show every little thing I do. I'm gonna get into this do this maneuver, and then probably circularize, and then I'll be back after that. Alright, here we are flying really fast over Minmus, and we're approaching our maneuver. And let's see, we're going to do it at about T-minus 10. But this is what looks like we're going over the pole, which is why my view is shifting. So, let's go back to this view. And I need to line this up again right about here. You know what I should have done? I should have done the other rocket launch right after this one so I could follow it. But because now I'm probably going to have to wait until the orbit lines up to get it so that I can intercept Copernicus easily. Okay, let's go now. So we need 200 meters per second. We got plenty of fuel. Let's cut it off and adjust this a little bit. Where are we? 14, 13, 13, 14. Okay, that's okay. I want to get down to about 10. So I'll adjust this here in a bit, but here we are in orbit, I think. So we have to stay here for... It says vessel type station. It is a station. I'm not sure why it doesn't have that here. What does it look like on the... Oh, it doesn't show us a station. I think... Don't we have to change it or something? I think... Okay, apparently it's as simple as... Oh, I didn't get rid of this. Darn it. Now it's going to be in orbit. Bye. I'll get rid of it later. Apparently it's as simple as going to rename vessel and then changing it. Yeah, the station. Accept. Alright, and then I totally forgot how to do that. And let's see. Minmus Space Station. So I just need to orbit for a day, 2 days. And then we're good. We complete that contract. I wonder... So we got half our fuel here left. I think I'm going to go back to... Let's take a look at the map and see... Okay, yeah, see... I got into this orbit because I was out in front of Minmus, and then it pulled me back like this. I wonder if I could do that again. Because I'd like to... I don't know if I want to wait until this lines up. It could take days and days. I might give it a try. I would have to go out in front of it. It can be done. It just... this was done by accident. I'd have to be able... I'd have to do it on purpose, and I'd have to be in front of it. I could probably try that. I bet I could do it. I need to send out basically two... I need to launch 2 additions to the station that will dock with this. I kind of want to do 1 on this episode, so I'm going to give it a try. Let's go back to the Space Center. Oh, we're not underwater. Okay. So I'm going to save. Save game. I call my game career. Alright, now let's go in the vehicle assembly building and see about getting a couple rockets over to Copernicus. Alright, and as I said, I'm pretty sure it was the heavy lifter. But I might make changes to that thing, because that thing looks awfully expensive. And I might look through some of these other rockets to see. I'm pretty sure this is the one, though, because it's got... Yeah, it is the one, because it's got the docking port here, the docking ports. There should be 3 of them. Yep, this is the one. This is the one. So, 200,000 a pop. I'm going to need to do some money-making missions after this. What do we got here? Delta V. That's a lot of Delta V. Do I need that much? I don't know. And do I need this heavy fairing here? I'm going to see if I can redesign this. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to take a look at it and see what I can do. This has 7... That's a lot of Delta V. I only need about... Well, part of that is the fuel in this tank, which is 2,000 Delta V. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what I can do about this. These Merlin engines are very expensive. That's why I'm thinking about doing something different. I think these are... How much are these? They're really quite a bit from what I remember. Where's the... There we go. 17 each. Whereas... the MOA... How big's the MOA? Let me lift this thing up. Where's that MOA engine? No, it goes with the smaller 2.5 size parts. I'm gonna see what I can do, like not use the Merlins for this, and see if I can do it without. So I'm gonna redesign this thing, and I'll be back soon. Alright, here is the new lifter. I've decided to take off those very expensive liquid fuel and Merlin engines and put on 4 of these Thors. I'm going to leave the thrust limiter at 100. And it saved me about 40 grand. Actually, more like 30, I guess, each. I mean, it's not a lot, but I'm going to save a little bit of money. So I have enough Delta V to get to Minmus. It should be fine. This will get me into orbit. This will help me finish getting into orbit and take me to Minmus. And then I have this piece, which, you know what, I haven't really... Let's take off this. This. And make sure this is balanced. It looks like it is. I got the thruster blocks right where the center mass is, so I think we're good. So let's put this back on. Okay. And let's check our staging again. So we got these engines. Should be all 4 of these, right? 4 plus the Merlin cluster. And then I switched back to these because I did some testing just to see if this thing is going to be stable. It's sort of kind of stable, but the other, it seems like no matter what couplers I use, when it separates, it causes an explosion. I don't know if it's because these separators, because sometimes I will move them like, I'll move them in like this. I don't know if that's what's causing it, so I'll put them out like this, and hopefully that won't happen. Doesn't seem to just do anything to my rocket, but it's bothers me. So let's see, we have these, and then these separators. Where's the other ones? Right here. All right, that. These separators. This should be on the same stage. And then those, and then maybe I should put these on a different stage, like so I can hit the spacebar twice in a row. I don't know. And then decoupler, and then this engine, which is I made sure it is the upgraded engine, and it's the Maverick 5. I believe that's the one, the Maverick 5. I should make sure real quick here. Should be is it this one, or it was this one? Has 1400 thrust. Oops, what happened? 1400 thrust in vacuum. This one only has 600. This one goes through a lot more fuel, but it's much more powerful. Boy. Well, this says 1991. Delta V, what does this say? 2200. I think this uses more than double the fuel per second as this one. Let's take off the Maverick and let's use this one. I think that'll be fine. Besides, the Merlin should get us mostly in orbit anyway. In fact, it might get us all the way into orbit. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Okay. It gives me a little bit more Delta V anyway. And let's make sure I got MechJeb. I think I put a MechJeb on here. Yeah, it's right here. That way. Well, hold on. Where's the decoupler? The decoupler's down here. I need a decoupler here, which means, okay, I have solar panels. Do I need, what I should do is, oops, put a decoupler here so that I can dock with this stuff. Because after I dock, I don't want this on here. So, let me make another change. Well, let's remove this for now. Put a decoupler here. That's too big. And put this here. That way, I can, when this decouples, this should be what's left. There's a remote guidance unit. And do I need this docking port here? Actually, I don't think what was I doing with this last time? This is a little confusing, because why do I need, oh, this is just, I don't need the reaction wheel after it's attached. And in fact, I don't need any of this stuff, so, but why do I need this docking port here? I could just attach the reaction wheel directly to this. Like that. And then I'll need batteries, a few more batteries. Not sure what I was thinking when I made this. Then another battery here. That should do it. And then, okay. That looks pretty close. I think it's good enough. Alright, so then I can decouple. There. So, let's review again. Let's see, we got these, and then the engines, and then these three, plus these should be in there. I got these on the same stage, probably not a good idea. So we decouple here, here, and here, and then we separate with the boosters. And then decouple here, turn on that engine. And then we decouple here. That makes sense to me. Right here. That would separate the rest of this when I'm done. Do I need this much fuel to get to Midness? I doubt it. I could always... Well, I guess it's just in case. It's 5,800 Delta V. I'll just take it just in case. And then I can separate here. Right? And this one, and then this one, and then we have the RCS fuel tank, the thruster block, and that should, plus the guidance unit right here, and when this separates, we'll still have the guidance unit, batteries, MechJeb, and then we can decouple right here, and this will drift away. I think that's it. Okay. I hope I didn't miss anything. Alright, let's see if we can get this in orbit, and then over to... Let's save, and launch. So, as I was saying, this thing is kind of really difficult to control in flight. Also, look, it automatically moved up my throttle. Plus, halfway through the flight, it brings my thrust down to... Well, at least during the test, that's what it was doing. I don't know what's going on. I still don't know why it does that. Okay, we got these... engines, and then the separators here, and these, and then we separate here, fire up that engine, and then separate here at some point. Alright, this looks good. Ooh. Okay, let's turn on SAS and get going. I believe... Okay, normal, anti-normal. Now, this guidance unit does control for... I'm hoping... Well, we'll see. I'm hoping it does... Yeah, prograde and retrograde once we get up there. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'm doing that with the throttle. But you'll see the throttle, I think it's going to push it down to 0 here. Maybe it's just the... There it goes. Maybe it's just that's part of the Merlin. Maybe it just does that. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can start... turn a little bit, just a tiny bit. I think I'll start at about 15. I'll start turning. As soon as it throttles back up. There it goes. Whoa. Alright, I think it's time to start turning. Can I? No. The Merlin is controlling the throttle. I can't do anything about it. And there they explode again. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Can we throttle down? There we go. Where's our... We're at almost 200. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. And this rocket is really hard to control, and this is going to be a bitch to get into orbit. Wow, look at that. I had no opportunity to really 172. Yeah, well, it'll just have to 1600 delta V. That will take most of the Merlin, but that's okay. At least it'll get us into orbit. It's a 28-second burn. And oh, I should have. I keep forgetting to deploy this. Okay, let's go ahead and go. And Merlin pumps out so much thrust that it only takes, 19 seconds. It's pretty darn good. Now, see, it's changing my thrust again. The Merlin has a mind of its own. Look how it's changing that periapsis, how fast. Alright, let's, there we go, right about there. So we have 274. That's actually might be enough to change our delta V, our plane, if I can control it. And I would like to try. Let's see. Got to make min-miss the target, and I think we're like 6 degrees off. 6.4. Okay. Let's give this a shot. So as you can see, I ditched the Merlin. It was just it's up here. It was just way too hard to control, to turn this with it on there with all that weight. So besides, I have plenty of delta V. Don't really need the 200 that's in that's left. I think what I'm thinking, maybe in the future, I'm gonna see if I can put like retro engines on this thing or whatever, and with parachutes, and see if I can have it. Well, I don't know if that's gonna work. It'd be nice if we could do that, if we could make this re-enter without burning up. Okay, we got a burn coming in about 10 seconds. But that would be nice if I could recover the cost of that engine. Alright, let's go ahead and go on this. See, we have 2200 delta V. This is going to take about 150 more. So we'll still have 2000, and it takes about 900 to get to min-miss. So we'll have plenty. Start slowing this down. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, let's check. 0.1 is good enough. So now we're going to have to... Where are we? We're right here. that plane looks really good. So let's take a look at... okay, so they're here like this, coming around this way. So I have to make sure that when I do a burn for Minmus, I end up over here. That's going to be important. Otherwise, I don't know how I could get in orbit there. No, I don't want to add maneuver. I want to switch focus. There we go. That looks about right. Alright, I'll give this a... Oops, why am I... I must have hit time warp? That's weird. Okay. Alright, let's see what I can do here. I'm going to see if I can get a maneuver. Again, that's going to put me like right in front of Minmus and then come back. We'll see how this goes. Alright, I think this is the best I can do. I don't know how this is going to work, but I got it so that it looks like, I think, that I'll be coming around this way, and then when I come this way, this is when Minmus finally arrives, and then maybe I can push myself a little bit over here and then get in orbit. I'm going to see what happens. This is a 95-second burn. It's going to take 847 delta V in 17 minutes, so I'm going to fast forward. Can I get the reaction wheels? Can I turn this thing? Okay, it's still quite difficult to turn, but I think I can manage. Alright, I will see you again when I'm getting close to Minmus, or when I'm about to start my maneuver to approach Minmus. So this is what I ended up with. I'm going to try a few things. I'm going to make a maneuver here so I can push myself back this way towards this side. And it shouldn't take a whole lot of delta V to do this. Like, that's under. I need to go over, like, and, ooh, hold on a sec. No. Push that out like that. I need to go up, up. Ooh, that's interesting. 43, and I can start a maneuver here. Which way is this? Yeah, it's going this way, so I gotta go over the top here. So, why don't I'll play around with this a little bit more, see if I can get it. Ooh, there, maybe 49. I could start a maneuver here to get captured in orbit. I think that might be the best right there. Since gravity's so low, it wouldn't take a... Well, let's see what happens. 113 meters per second. Let's do that, and then we'll set up another maneuver for here. And, yeah, I went a little too far. As you can see, if I don't do anything, I'm just gonna... I'm in Kerbal orbit right now. So, I mean, I'm headed back towards... Minmus is pulling on me a little bit, but when I get over to here, it's going to let go, and I'll be back in Kerbal orbit. So I need to push my orbit. I need to push it. I'm going towards Minmus anyway. I need to push it this way. And then as soon as I get over here, I can get captured. I believe we were going to give this a try. Alright, coming up on our burn. Let's make sure I don't screw this one up. Go ahead and go full throttle, and then slow down here in a little bit. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Now, 49,000 meters. Ooh, there's Copernicus. Let's start our maneuver. Let's try it right here. Actually, let's see if we can, come on, try it right here. Maybe. Let's see. Alright, I can get in that kind of orbit. Let's see if I can push it up. Come on. $300 delta V, that's acceptable. Can I... There we go. All right. Then what I might do is move this over a little bit like this. Like about there. Ooh, that's close. 300 delta V for this? Yeah, I'll take that. That looks pretty darn... Can I move this over just a little bit more? Right there. 311 delta V, and it's almost in the same plane. Pretty close. Okay, that's what we're going to do. And then we will match plane, circularize, etc., and then probably dock. So let's get this done here in 2 hours. Okay, we're getting close. Slow down a little bit. Dang. Okay. Well, messed that up. I think that'll be fine, though. I'm having problems. Look at this. Is it because, well, I have a probe core here. This guidance unit, I should be able to... I don't know. Wait, cannot what? Cannot delete maneuver node control locked. Is that because I need access from Kerbal Space Center to do that? Well, if that's the case, I need to put on a better probe core next time. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's the problem. Well, that's silly. Okay, I have 784. Let's match planes. .2 off. Okay. Let's do it over here. Alright, I'm gonna match planes. I'm gonna have to do all this on this side, including the docking, so it may be a while. I'm not sure when I'll come back to the recording. We'll see. But I gotta get this done. I gotta match planes and then decrease orbit, and then we'll go from there. I'll probably get my orbit. This is at, what, 10? 13? Probably get it about 20 or 30. And then we'll go from there. Probably let MechJeb take over and do the rest. Alright, here we are. I think I've finished getting this aligned. As you can see, we're in a good orbit of Minmus. Now, when I looked at this again, obviously I didn't do that great of a job with putting it in a exactly polar orbit. As you can see, it's a little off. It looked like it was just about right when I was putting it in orbit, but obviously it's not, but that's okay. It's close enough. I did observe when I was in I think it was, I was switched over to Copernicus, and it showed it going over the pole region when it was up here, so good enough. I thought about changing the plane a little bit, but I thought, I'm not going to bother. I think, and then the lifter is in the same plane. It's at 26,000 meters, and I moved Copernicus down to 10. So what we're going to do, I think, yeah, I think I'll let MechJeb, hopefully it can rendezvous? Rendezvous autopilot, okay. I need to select, before I do that, Copernicus. Oh, it's already the target, okay. Rendezvous. And 50 meters looks probably good. Maximum phasing orbits. That's probably good. Let's see what happens here. So it looks like it's going to use a Hohmann transfer after almost half a phasing orbit. It looks like we're going to do it right here, and then intersect right here at 0.2 kilometers, relative speed 8.1 meters per second. We just have to wait and let it do its thing. I do have it on auto warp, so it should here at some point start doing that. Maybe. Okay, there it goes. So basically I just want to get this thing docked, and then I want to move on. Right after this is done and I get it docked, I'm going to send up, I'm not going to do this on an episode, but I'm going to send up another one, get it docked, and then I need to work on replacing the lander that I worked on previous episode. And let's see. So it's 8.1 meters per second change. It says here the node's in 27 minutes. I'm not sure. Oh. Planning to match velocities at closest approach. So we're on the intercept course. Not sure why it's not auto warping. Oh, probably because it wants to spin this around to face the target before it does that. What was I saying? So I want to finish up a few things before I start my next, and hopefully I'll have time to do that. And then on the next episode, what I really want to do is build a mining machine to send to the moon, so I can start doing mining. I think that's what I'm going to do next time. Even though I don't have a mission for it, I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyway, so I can start mining and getting some fuel up to Galileo. So are we close? Oh, there we are. Okay. What's it doing? It's slowing down. Looks like it's going to match velocities. And now, what's it doing? Close to target, plotting intercept. So I guess it's going to try and get a little closer since I had the final distance at 50 meters. I guess we can do that. Let it do that. Sure, why not? And then how much fuel's left in these? Not a whole lot. This one's full because I turned off the fuel, so couldn't use it. So what we'll do is we'll detach Okay, now... Yeah, we'll detach here, and then we'll... we'll dock. We'll let MechJeb dock. This thing. Okay, right after it parks, we'll save. It's getting awfully close. Oh, I guess it's done, but hold on. It didn't exactly do what I expected. Alright, let's... Yikes. Alright, let's detach here. Ooh. I don't want to shoot that off in that direction. So let's... Let's turn around. Let's go ahead and detach this. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and set this as control from here. And where do we want to target? Okay. Let's switch over. Where... Okay, they come out this way. So I want to dock. I'm trying to remember how it's set up on... I could dock them here or here. How do I want this done? I think with Galileo, they're on these sides here. I think that's where I'm going to put them, on this one too. So let's retract this. I'm going to put it right here. Let's go back. Why is this spinning? Do I not have it? Ooh, that's right. Am I on the other side? No, I should have control. Am I gonna have a... Oh, that's right. This is the... that's the spent tank. Never mind. Alright, so we're gonna control. Let's get our docking autopilot up. Control from here. And we want to dock... Where did I say? Here? No. Here. Shoot. I gotta go back. They come out this way, so I want to dock here. That's right. Okay. I'm going to have to... I can't... Let me see if I can... Right here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Set as target and then autopilot enabled. How far are we? We are 100 meters. It's drifted, but we can get over there relatively easily. We'll let MechJeb do the work, and then we're going to make sure that we get these things. I'm going to make sure I get it turned correctly when we get over here and dock. I want the side without the port facing this over here. Basically, I want this side here without the port facing this way. When it's docked here, it's going to face this way. So I have to probably spin it around a little bit. Like this. There we go. Yeah. I'll live with it. And dock. There we go. We are docked. Now, let's go ahead and deploy. These. So I didn't put a docking port over here for the obvious reasons. So I can leave these. So no one's going to dock here because these are in the way. And I just need one more on this side. And then I can add on to it later. You know, I could put a dock. I could put something here, like more fuel tanks, whatever. Okay. So, ooh, check this out. What do we got here? Achievement: heaviest vessel to orbit, Minimus. That sounds about right. Launch the Minimus space station. Okay, we got that completed. 320,000 bucks. Oh, we did the Explorer Minimus. This is for docking to vessels in orbit. Recent accomplishments. We got milestones. Performed a rendezvous maneuver around Minimus. Constructed the first station around Minimus. Performed docking maneuvers. We got all that cash for that. First docking near Minimus achievement. 10 progress score points added. Why is this spinning? Stop. See, did you see that? It had SAS on it. It was still rotating. I just don't understand that. It's like a vessel handshake. So we got Explorer Minimus. That's the docking, the other reward. And then our exploration of Minimus was successful. But who knows what other secrets it holds. So we get more money, science, and recognition. Excellent. Now, here's the cool thing. Look at this. Look at all this science I get to do. Let's open this and get started with doing some of the science. If I can manage to see the tests. Okay. Well, let's just do them here. This solar particle analysis. And that's over on this side. It's opening up this. We get 32 science for that. Now, we can keep the experiment and put it in the materials bag. See, it's rotating again. I just don't understand this. Or we could just transmit the science. I do need to fill up the materials. Oh, I can't send this one to the... Okay. Then we'll just transmit it. We have plenty of power. We have... like 10,000 power. Orbital scan. 100 science. Holy crap. Let's transmit that. Now it's showing again. No, now it's gone. This particle... Didn't I... Oh, I must have moved to a new biome. Yeah. Let's transmit that. Multispectral analysis. 32 for that. Transmit. And I don't know... That's a multispectral. I could do goo, I guess. I think I've already done the goo, though. Or else it would appear on the available experiments. How about... what about this? With the antenna retracted, the sensors... Oh, okay. So did I must have already done this? I guess? I don't know. Let's retract that. Where is... Like, I guess I've already done temperature and... Let's toggle that. See, now I'm in a different biome. I'm in slopes, so I can do all these over again. I'm not going to do them now. I will do them at some point. I need to get a lander out here so that I can land on Minmus and bring things into the processing lab. Let's do a crew report. 20 more science. I don't remember what I can add to this. It's probably... I don't know. I'll do some research and see. Okay, no more experiments. I will do those at some point. I need to get some data in here. Oh, hold on a sec. Maybe it's because the crew isn't there yet. Hold on. Gillock is the pilot, that's right. And the 2 scientists are here. Let's put them in the processing lab. There. Now, let's start research. Okay, there's nothing to research now, but let me see if I can put some stuff in here. Let's fast forward a bit. Oops. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Let's do a radio plasma wave scan. Maybe I can put some of this stuff in. Yeah, now I can. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. So a little particle analysis. And put that in there. So, okay. Yeah, I got tons of science here to load up on. We're already at 85 out of 750. So I'm going to load this up, transmit the rest. And when we come back, hopefully I'll have a lot more science. I can maybe, what is that? Is that where I first landed? Site 1, yep. Maybe when I come back I can spend some science that I've collected, and then again we'll try and build a mining vessel for the moon. Plus we got to put a lander on this one, plus another extension. We got a lot of work to do. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.